Miami RedHawks showed their mettle not only on their uniforms but also on the field Friday night in Oxford with a 37-17 win over Central Michigan. This week, the RedHawks will look for their 5th in a row as they travel to Buffalo to take on the Bulls. We'll recap Central and talk about Buffalo next on RedHawk Football Weekly.
RedHawk Football Weekly, brought to you by G&J Pepsi-Cola of Hamilton, refreshing Southwestern Ohio since 1939. By Koenig Equipment, found online at KoenigEquipment.com. And by Miami Valley Gaming, easy to get to, just off I-75 at exit 29. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966. Steve Baker talks with Miami head football coach Chuck Martin after this on RedHawk Football Weekly.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper. Yeah. You know, as long as I've been in college football, there's been Dr. Pepper flowing through the stands. Hey, man, dig this. I threw the first Hail Mary pass. Yeah, out of sight. Hey, fellas, I think there should be a college football playoff. Huh? Settle on the gridiron. You know, nothing goes better in the stands than Dr. Pepper, and I should know because I invented college football. The whole thing. Whoop, whoop. And that's how Dr. Pepper became a college football tradition.
Cool story, bro.
It's a great story. Let's go, Dr. Pepper, yeah? High five. I invented that, too.
It's a real big day at Miami Valley Gaming. Our new Buckeyes are coming in, and we're trying one of those new all-organic, earth-to-palm Ohio Buckeye farmers.
I'm nervous. What if those Buckeyes are duds? What if I don't feel lucky at all?
Buckeye delivery. Looking for Lucy. Is that you?
I'm Bucky, the farmer.
Bucky.
So, do you feel lucky?
Welcome into RedHawk Football Weekly. On this week, Miami celebrating a 37-17 victory over the Chippewas of Central Michigan last Friday night at Yager Stadium on Heroes Night. This week, Miami will be on the road Saturday afternoon at Buffalo to take on the Bulls. Joining me is head coach Chuck Martin as we talk about the Central Michigan game. The first half was really a slugfest, both teams scoring the ball, and then in the second half, the defense, which I thought played pretty well in that first half, really took over, didn't allow Central Michigan another point, and your offense just continued to roll.
Yeah, it started off, obviously, Central goes on a 5-minute drive for a touchdown. We answer right back on a touchdown. Then we get a key interception on a tip ball by Tony Reed, and then we score again. And that was kind of back and forth the rest of the half. They had a ton of yards. We had a ton of yards. It's 20-17. In a very low possession game. Neither team really punted the ball in the first half. And then second half, obviously, Kenny Young starts off with a huge run, and then our defense gets 4 stops on all 4 possessions in the second half, which obviously turned out what we thought might be a high-scoring slugfest, like you said, into a pretty lopsided, one-sided victory.
You win the toss to start things, and you don't necessarily get that right. You haven't won many this year.
Yeah, we didn't win many. We finally win one. We defer, they take the ball, and then we choose the wrong end, and we thank God there's only a 4-mile-an-hour wind, but JT screws it up. And I don't know if JT screwed up. Buke blamed JT. I said, why are we kicking this way? And he's like, I asked him. So we kicked into the wind to start the game. For anybody who's wondering why we did that, I'm not sure why we did that.
Central Michigan, though, does get the ball, and they go on that 5-minute drive as we go to the highlights, and they will score. Jeray Hayes takes it in from 1 yard out, and you see with over 5 minutes gone by in the first quarter, Central Michigan takes a 7-0 lead, but your offense comes right back, and here is Maurice Thomas again getting things going for you.
Yeah, explodes through a hole. Good job up front. Maurice using his speed. Runs through some hard tackles, huge chunk play for us on the ground.
You know, you've had a lot of weapons step up over the last 4 weeks, and again, we'll get a look at this. Instead of getting to the edge, he sees that hole up the middle. That's just great vision by Mo to get it up the field, and that run right there is good for 21 yards. That sets up 1st and 10 at the Central 37, and one of those weapons that stepped up this week, Rokeem Williams.
Yeah. Good play action off our. We've been running a lot with zoom motion. We motioned and we didn't run it and got Rokeem wide open in the seam. Great pass by Gus. Great catch. Rowe makes the first guy miss and gets the ball all the way down to the 10-yard line for us.
And again, a look at it here as you see it inside, and that sets up Jared Murphy from 10 yards out.
Again, a nice little play action. Fake the ball to Maurice. Little play action to Murph. Gus hits him, and we're right back in business. Now we're down 7-6.
You see the quick hitter up the middle here. Central Michigan would block the extra point try, their 9th block on the season. They're very good at it. But then Cooper Rush takes over, and your defense gets the turnover.
Yeah, DeAndre Montgomery makes a great read, deflects the ball. Got a lot of bodies around the ball. Tony Reed picks it off, and sets up on a short field on the 25-yard line.
Montgomery nearly had this in his hands as it was, but finally get one of those tip passes, and it goes to Miami's favor. And the RedHawks will get this ball on first down. They'll get a roughing the passer penalty as you take a look at Tony Reed's return on this one more time. And then the ball at the 12-yard line, and this time it's Ryan Smith.
Yeah, they get pressure. We pick it up. We picked up their pressure. They're a huge pressure team. We picked up their pressure all night long. Gus finds Smitty one-on-one in the safety. Smitty catches, does a great job getting the ball to the end zone, and we're back in front 13-7.
You can see it again here, and this is a great run after catch by Ryan, not denied into the end zone. And at the end of one, Miami would have a 13-7 lead as you see Ryan Smith stretching out and getting into the end zone. Early in the second, Central Michigan completes its second longest drive and scores. It's 14-13 as you see here. And then the Miami offense again goes to work. This one again, Rakeem Williams for 26.
Yeah, huge chunk play to roll. Very similar off the play action. We've been running very good. Our play action game is really getting good. Here you see the play fake. We faked to Kenny one way. We faked to Zoe the other way. Then we hit Rakeem in the seam. And then he bursts and turns into a huge chunk play for us.
And again, another look at it here. The middle was open in that seam route pretty much all night long, and Gus did a nice job of finding it. Here's a name that is coming along and has had a pretty good game against Central Michigan. That's Sam Shizzo.
Yeah, great job there. Again, mixing up short passes, long passes, going to our quick game there, reading coverage inside out, getting the ball to Shizzo. Shizzo does a great job of turning immediately outside and turning a 5-yard pass into a chunk play for us.
Really did a nice job of taking that away from Amari Coleman. And then Gus Ragland does what Gus loves to do, and that's get out there and run. This one for 11 yards sets you up for a 1st and goal inside the 10.
Yeah, absolutely huge right there. 1st and 10. They take away our first, second, third options. He tucks it and gets us a first down on something that could be a would-be sack. Great protection again by our lineman. He had all day and had a lane to run in even after he had all day to throw it.
And you talked about it in your press conference. I love the way he runs over people. And then he finds Sam Shizzo for his second touchdown in as many weeks.
Yeah, great job by Sam. Great ball placement. We had a one-on-one matchup. He saw where the one-on-one matchups. We take it, good protection, puts the ball up, lets a 6'4" guy be 6'4", then a fantastic catch by Shiz.
Central Michigan would add a 45-yard field goal in the waning seconds of the half, and it would be 20-17 at the half. And you talked about it in your press conference. You weren't disappointed at all with that score. You thought things were really going your way in that football game.
Yeah, and Central Michigan's a really good football team. We got a 3-point lead at half. We got the ball to start the second half. And I felt like our offense obviously was smoking up and down the field. I felt like our defense was very close. We talked about just get a little pressure on him because he's a tremendously talented quarterback, and if you give him time, he's going to beat you. And I felt like if we did that, we're going to have a chance to win the football game.
The defense was so close on many opportunities in that first half. They would take advantage of some of those opportunities in the second half. Again, your halftime score, Miami leading 20-17. We'll come back and recap the second half for you in just a moment. Also look ahead to Saturday's game on the road against the University of Buffalo Bulls. That's all here on RedHawk Football Weekly, and we'll continue with more in just one moment. Stay with us.
Sophie, his 13th birthday. Gift? We've got you. Guitar? Coming tomorrow. Road game today? Surprise party tomorrow. Change of plans. Game tomorrow.
No, birthday tomorrow.
Hotel. Guitar? Reroute.
Birthdays are on birthdays.
Party? Relocate. UPS My Choice makes rerouting packages easy. How we're helping companies solve for the needs of customers like Sophie.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper. Yeah. You know, as long as it's been college football, there's been Dr. Pepper flowing through the stands. Hey, man, dig this. I threw the first Hail Mary pass. Yeah, out of sight. Hey, fellas, I think there should be a college football playoff. Huh? Settle on the gridiron. You know, nothing goes better in the stands than Dr. Pepper, and I should know because I invented college football. The whole thing. Whoop, whoop. And that's how Dr. Pepper became a college football tradition.
Cool story, bro.
It's a great story. Let's go, Dr. Pepper, yeah? High five. I meant that too.
It's time for a look at the UPS logistics of the game.
And welcome back to Red Hawk Football Weekly. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the Red Hawks, recapping Miami's 37-17 victory over Central Michigan Friday night in Oxford. And Coach Chuck Martin joins us again. And Coach, getting ready for that football game. You lose a day. It's a Friday night game. the adjustment obviously didn't bother your football team on Friday night.
Yeah, no, they were ready to play. We came out smoking. We had energy. You could tell in pregame we were locked in. Our kids had a focus. We talked about playing our best football game of the year is what it was going to take to beat Central because we felt like they were one of our best opponents, if not the best opponent we faced. And our kids certainly were ready for the challenge.
Let's talk a little bit about the Miami metal uniforms. The guys saw those before the game, obviously, and that new combination, color combination, had to be exciting for the players. I know they love the uniforms.
Yeah, I don't understand why, but kids.
I'm right there with you.
Kids get pretty darn excited, so they were pretty darn excited. Daryl and his staff with Adidas did a great job, and obviously our kids love the uniforms. And there's a lot of other people. There's been a lot of positive tweets about our uniforms.
Right.
So a lot of people of a younger generation, not our generation, likes them a lot. So as I told the kids, I could care less about 2 uniforms. I want to know how we're going to play Friday night. If those are going to help us play better, I'm all in. If they're not, let's wear something that's going to help us play the game the right way.
Well, they certainly helped you play well in that football game as Miami is up at the half, 20-17. You get the ball to start the second half, and it starts off with a bang. As we go to the highlights, Kenny Young had a 54-yarder last week. This week, he tees it up for 72.
Yeah, great blocking up front. Ryan Smith and then Grant Nemec a key block, and then Kenny does the rest. And Kenny's showing everybody that if we get him in the back end, he can take short gains and turn them into long gains. And you'll see the end zone copy, I believe, here, and the hole is gigantic against a really good defensive front seven. They block it. Me and you could have got 5 yards on this bake, and then Kenny runs through a tackle there and then explodes. You see Grant Nemec blocking the will. So it's like we always say, it's not just the old lineman when you get big plays. It certainly is the old line, but it takes tight ends. It takes a fullback like Grant. It takes, obviously, receivers blocking down the field.
And a great run there by Kenny Young. The defense gets, after a penalty, gets Central behind the chains, and then your offense right back out there and right back to Sam Shizzo. Had a touchdown in the first half. This one's for 32 yards.
Yeah, great double move. Shiz does a great job. Patience on the double move, sells it. Then Gus puts it on him and gives Sam a chance to run after catch.
Great catch there. And here, another run by, actually a catch here, by Sam Martin. Looked like Gus was going to run the football and really found the open man in Sam Martin there for a big first down.
Yeah, huge play on 3rd and 9. Gus bides time. He starts to scramble, and Sam finds the hole in the defense, which was huge to give Gus a target. Made the play for Gus pretty easy by Sam moving when Gus scrambled and got open in a huge 3rd down catch.
Gus Ragland trying to make something for you here on 3rd down and 10. He picks up 7, and again, just runs over people trying to get that first down. Comes up just a little bit short.
Yeah, good job, though. It's 3rd down. We got a chance to get points. He tucks it. He gets us some positive yards, shortens the field goal, and then Dowd comes in and continues to extend the lead.
He has been nearly perfect this season, and this one is from 34, and it's right down the middle, and Miami now leads 30-17. Central Michigan would cross midfield only one time, and this drive would end here on a 4th and 2. Bucci Okafor with a nice play.
Yeah, a fantastic play by Bucci. They had a similar play in the first half, and we played it not quite as aggressively. They came back to a very similar play. You see Bucci coming out of the high hole. He undercuts the route. We got great pressure from J.T. Jones, and that's as big a play as there is in a football game. We're 30-17. They drive down and score, then get it to 30-24, and we get the stop, and then our offense answers immediately.
And you get the ball back. Gus Ragland goes up the middle, 8 yards there on the zone read as he takes it again right up the middle. And you got the feeling Gus was really liking to run the football in this game.
Yeah, and you just see he's starting to get his legs back underneath him after 6 months off. He was faster, he was more explosive, he was more sudden. And we felt like each week he's going to get better and better and better, and he certainly has.
That set up 3rd and 2, and Gus says, okay, I think I'll get the first down here. As he looks, nobody there, and then runs to the near side and picks up the first down.
Yeah, again, great protection again. Had all day to throw, nothing there, and he still has more time to find a lane to run. Great job up front. Zoe and Grant Nemec are both in protection here and do a great job, and then Gus has a pretty pedestrian 4-yard gain.
You go to the 4th quarter on the same drive. Kenny Young's second touchdown. This one comes via the pass.
Yeah, great job on 3rd and 3. Again, saw the pressure, picked up the pressure, gave us ourselves a chance, and then Kenny Young showing his versatility again. 70-yard run and a 22-yard scoring pass. And then Gus shows his toughness as he knows he's going to get waxed there. Sam McCullum missed his block. We had it protected. Gus stands in there, takes the hit, delivers a ball, easy score. Ball game pretty much over at that point.
Yeah, 37-17. Then the defense goes to work on Cooper Rush. And there's a sack, Akeem Allen and Austin Gearing meeting at the quarterback.
Yeah, and again, like we talked the last couple weeks, particularly against Eastern and then Central, is you get that lead and now it changes the game. They have to pass. We know they have to pass. We can get in our pass rush games on first. This is a 1st and 10 play. We're running our third down, and the D-line's teeing off and making big plays.
Another 1st and 10 here. This is back-to-back plays that we'll show to finish our highlights here. 2 sack fumbles in a row. The first one, Central Michigan is able to get back.
Yeah, and again, same thing. We're in third down mode on first down because they're down 3 scores in the fourth quarter, and you can see the D linemen are coming.
And again, nice job by the defense, and this is Zach Smearcheck coming from the left side of the defensive line, getting in there, forcing the fumble this time on rush, and J.T. Jones there to recover, and that would seal the deal for Miami. As you'll take a look at it again here, and you see Smearcheck getting a hand in there, batting that ball loose, and JT coming up with the football, and that is the big difference in that second half. I think the pressure, you talked about it at halftime, getting more pressure on Cooper Rush, and it certainly worked for you.
Yeah, and huge thing is extending the lead. You know, the start of the second half, we get a score, we immediately get a stop, we get a field goal, we get a stop, and then a lot of you get pressure when you can get after the quarterback when you know they're not going to run the football. So extending the lead and putting yourself in position, playing like we've talked for a couple weeks, playing with a lead changes a game. We've played so many times from behind where we talked about we couldn't run the ball anymore because we had to force the issue. Now we got other teams doing that, and it's a lot more fun to play that way.
It is indeed. 37-17 is your final score at Yager Stadium on Friday night. This week, Miami on the road at Buffalo. We'll talk about the Bulls when we come back with more RedHawk Football Weekly, and we're back after this.
You have just been delivered the UPS Logistics of the Game, delivered by UPS. To learn how UPS can put the power of logistics to work for you, visit www.thenewlogistics.com. Attention fans, Miami University is proud to announce the opening of the Adidas Concept Shop in the Miami University Bookstore located in the Shriver Center. This brand new shop features all the latest Miami merchandise from Adidas, the official sideline partner of Miami Athletics. You can now sport the same gear that the team wears, whether it be t-shirts, sweaters, jackets, or hats. We want to see you rocking the latest styles at games and on campus. So stop by the Adidas Concept Shop today. See you soon. Go RedHawks!
It's a real big day at Miami Valley Gaming. Our new Buckeyes are coming in, and we're trying one of those new all-organic, earth-to-palm Ohio Buckeye farmers.
I'm nervous. What if those Buckeyes are duds? What if I don't feel lucky at all?
Buckeye delivery. Looking for Lucy. Is that you?
I'm Bucky, the farmer.
Bucky.
So, do you feel lucky?
And welcome back into RedHawk Football Weekly, our final segment from Oxford this week. Miami on the road this Saturday. They'll take on the Bulls of the University at Buffalo, in Buffalo, at 1 o'clock on the air at 12 noon with the Knowles of Oxford tailgate show. And before we talk about the Bulls, Coach Martin rejoins me, and I want to talk a little bit about the work that this offense has done, Gus Ragland has done, 4 games in a row, and you see Gus getting better, but the execution that he's able to pull off on the offense, not turning the ball over, it's just been incredible and getting better every week.
Yeah, no, it's been getting better, and we know eliminating the turnovers is going to give us a great chance to win games and to have success. And when you're so close in so many games and you're turning the ball over, you feel like if we can just correct that one little piece, it's going to be. And obviously, we've seen what a big difference it makes. He's thrown 10 touchdowns in 4 games. He hasn't thrown any picks. He's only fumbled the ball. That his fault was 1 time in 4 games. So he's really done a great job protecting the ball. Our run game continues to improve. Our pass game continues to improve. We're playing better at every position on the offense. Part of it was obviously getting Gus healthy and getting him in there, but a big part was getting other guys healthy. The Kenny Youngs and the Maurice Thomases and the Rokeem Williams and the Jared Murphys. And we didn't play with James Gardner the last game and a half. We need to get him back in action. But we are getting healthier as the year went on, and obviously these are critical weapons in our offense, and we were clicking on all cylinders. It was hard for me to find a flaw in what we did Saturday. When you score 6 your first 7 possessions and 5 touchdowns, and we were really only aided with 1 short field. We drove the ball time after time after time after time, the whole length of the field and finished it. And obviously, Gus's efficiency, but the whole offense efficiency is giving our team a chance.
You know, there was a point in the second half, probably about midway through, that I just remember thinking, Chuck's got to really be smiling down there, because it was at the point of the game where they knew you were going to run the football. You knew you were going to run the football, and so many times that's been a problem. It wasn't a problem in this game.
Yeah, no, did a great job, and that's been good lately. And obviously we go to Zoe and Spencer McKinnis. We go to kind of our bigger backs in those situations. They do such a good job of grinding out and finding small holes, because there's not going to be giant holes in those must-run situations, in those short yardage and goal line situations. Then our offensive line really is enjoying those like it's our time. Like, here we go. They know we're coming, but we're coming at them. Obviously with Smitty and then Grant Nemick's been huge for us, and employing a fullback into our game and creating some other issues for the defense with 2 backs, so we can mix in our 1-back and 2-back offense. And then we use Zielinski at the other tight end some in 2 tight end sets. We've used an extra lineman in 2 tight end sets. So the contributions at that point in the game, we get to some other types of players, and they're stepping up. And obviously we had a 5-minute drive, then we ran the last 4 minutes and 55 seconds left off the clock and eliminated any chance for a comeback from Central Michigan.
Buffalo this week on the road, back to Saturday. It'll be a 1 o'clock kick at UB Stadium, and the Bulls have probably the tallest guy we'll see all week long or all year long at quarterback, and a talented quarterback at that.
Yeah, they got a freshman quarterback, 6'7", legitimately.
Yeah.
Really strong arm rifle, which you expect from a 6'7" kid. The surprising thing when you really will study his tape is he's a crazy good athlete. and they run read option with him, and he runs the ball very effectively. They've got a great tailback who's been one of the top tailbacks in this league. He torched us for 200-plus yards 2 years ago, and we couldn't even slow him down. And they're always physical. They're always big up front. Defensively, they're big, strong, and athletic at every position. They are younger. Like I told people earlier, like, they're searching for the same consistency. There's times they look like a really, really good MAC football team. Then there's other times where they may be shooting themselves in the foot. In the same place we're at, striving for that consistency week in, week out, and even within a game. Because they've had games where, Akron beats us by 21 points or 22 points. They blew Akron out. So they're a super capable team. They played OU real tough a week ago. They gave up a big play early. Other than that was pretty much a dogfight. So they're very talented. It's going to be a very tough test on the road. The weather's supposed to be nasty. We're going to have a lot of things going that our kids are going to have to adapt and get used to and try to find a way to win our 5th straight game.
Quickly, we were without James Gardner last week. Obviously, an extra day this week of prep gets maybe some of those guys healthy.
Yeah, we're close with James, and I think he'll be full go this Saturday.
All right, well, best of luck on Saturday, Coach.
Thanks, babe.
Appreciate it. Again, Miami on the road this Saturday. They'll travel to Buffalo to take on the Bulls. RedHawks looking for their 5th win in a row. Myself, Terry Bridge, and Randy Hollowell will have the action for you. We'll be on the air with the Knowles of Oxford tailgate show beginning at noon on Saturday from Buffalo. That will do it from Oxford for this week. My thanks to head coach Chuck Martin and our entire crew here in Oxford. Make sure you're tuned in next week for RedHawk Football Weekly here on the Miami IMG Sports Network.
This has been RedHawk Football Weekly, brought to you on the Miami IMG Sports Network by G&J Pepsi-Cola of Hamilton, refreshing Southwestern Ohio since 1939. Koenig Equipment, found online at KoenigEquipment.com. And by Miami Valley Gaming, easy to get to, just off I-75 and exit 29. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966. RedHawk Football Weekly is an exclusive production of the Miami IMG Sports Network.
Let's go, Dr. Pepper. Yeah. You know, as long as there's been college football, there's been Dr. Pepper flowing through the stands. Hey, man, dig this. I threw the first Hail Mary pass. Yeah, out of sight. Hey, fellas, I think there should be a college football playoff. Huh? Settle on the gridiron. You know, nothing goes better in the stands than Dr. Pepper. And I should know because I invented college football. The whole thing. Whoop, whoop. And that's how Dr. Pepper became a college football tradition.
Cool story, bro.
It's a great story. Let's go, Dr. Pepper, here. High five. And man, that too.
It's a real big day at Miami Valley Gaming. Our new Buckeyes are coming in, and we're trying one of those new all-organic, earth-to-palm Ohio Buckeye farmers.
I'm nervous. What if those Buckeyes are duds? What if I don't feel lucky at all?
Buckeye delivery. Looking for Lucy. Is that you?
I'm Bucky, the farmer.
Bucky.
So, do you feel lucky?